Shalom. First off, I want to start off by giving our praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, true name Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, in the name of the Holy Spirit, which the Holy Spirit will comfort and guides us, especially during these times to come. I also want to give a double honor to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who teach and rule well with truth and sincerity, and salutations to the elect. I'm back again through the Spirit with another lesson, and the title of this lesson is going to be something along the lines of, if you love America, basically your wife and a whore. And when I do these lessons, it's for our people, which our people are the Israelites, the Lord's people, the God of the Bible, the God that chooses good and evil, that controls good and evil, good and outside of the world, has a chosen people that he loves. And those are the Israelites. Today consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the Israelite foreigners that look like heathen but are not heathen because their father's seed line traces back to one of the 12 progenitors of the 12 tribes of Israel. If you're one of those people, those who the Lord, who God truly loves, the Most High God and His Son Yahweh Shai, ignorantly called Jesus Christ, He doesn't care, but they don't care about the other 17 nations which are heathen. And like I always state, that he states that he has the emotion completely opposite to love towards Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man. But like I said, if you love America, which is spiritual Egypt, Babylon the Great, etc., your wife and a whore. And I'm going to grab a few scriptures, because everything you need to know is in the scriptures. Whether you believe it or not, you just got to have the Spirit on you to be able to receive it. And only people that's going to have that Spirit is the ones that the Lord's dealing with. And that's going to be the elect of the nation of Israel. Because when all hell breaks loose, when the nuclear missiles get shot over here, and America is destroyed by thermonuclear fire from the missiles, only the elect is going to be delivered. When all hell breaks loose, when Jacob's trouble comes, when you see all this mass death, etc., as we can see is going on today, like somebody said today, told me that it's a lot of people out here dying, but we understand, because we had, like it says in Isaiah 33:6, this wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our time and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. We understand that these things has to come in order for our kingdom to be established. Our kingdom of everlasting righteousness. But like I said, I'm going to get back to the point. The point is that if you love America, spiritual Egypt, which is polluted, you're ultimately wife and a whore. But I'm going to grab 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 6. It reads, "But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth." And I brought that out because you can liken that to, our everyday woman, but you can also liken that to America. Because as we know, America is that great whore that's written in Revelation 17. And since I said it, I'm going to jump over to it. Because America, they push that pleasure. Come as you are, stay as you are. You could do what you want. Two men can marry each other. Two women can marry each other. You can marry an animal. You can marry yourself. You can sleep with another man's wife without any consequences. But like I said, I'm going to go to Revelation chapter 17, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It reads, "And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore," that a lot of these people in this world are wifing, including 2/3 of our people. And that includes you women as well. You're wifing this whore. You're loving this whore. Only the elect is going to come up out of this wicked, polluted land, and that's mentally, because we ultimately know that you can't run from judgment. The Lord is going to deliver you, whether you're in America or not, if that's according to His will. But it reads, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And as we know, the many waters is different nations and stuff, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Because America tries to push their wickedness all over the world. But I'm gonna jump to verse 15 real quick. It explains the waters. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. See, so that's a great whore. And like I said, America try to push their wickedness all over the world. And that's why these other countries, like I said, them other countries, they're sick of America. And this is not back in the days where they don't have that technology. They've learned, they didn't reap the benefits. They sent their people over to America to, learn how to build certain things and do certain things, and they took it right back to their country. But I'm gonna continue on. It reads, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And we know that beast is the NATO and the EU, which, like I said, that America, that great whore, is riding up on. And it said having 7 heads, and as we know, that's the 7 heads represents Germania Major, Germania Minor, Rome, France, Great Britain, Spain, and Greece. And the 10 horns is, the European. But of course, as we know, through times change, but things have, I think is more added to the 10. But I mean, I'm not going to get too much into that. But I'm going to continue on. It reads, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And like I said, America is spiritual Egypt, Babylon the Great, the virgin of the Babylon, etc. And I saw the woman drunken with blood of the saints, and then we know saints are Israelites, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua HaMashiach. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which had the 7 heads and 10 horns. And as we can say, that he was marveling at the woman because she was obviously beautiful. But like I said, as we see, if you've been through life, it's a lot of women that's so beautiful, but kind of you get to know them, you find out that they're a straight up whore. And that's, like I said, that's a lot of these women, especially in America, because like I said, America lives in pleasures. You can do what you want. A woman can have more than one husband according to America and not suffer consequences. Like the law, statutes, commandments was given to us, say that they should be, if they sleep with another man, that they should be put to death or burnt. But like I said, this is why it said Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. So this is their kingdom, Satan's kingdom. It's a polluted land. But I'm going to go from there to Proverbs chapter 9, and I'm going to start at verse 14. It reads, a foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple and knoweth nothing. For she sitteth at the door of her house, and seat in high places of the city, to call passengers who go right in their ways. Whoso is simple, let him turn hither, and as for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him. And this foolish woman is talking about basically the philosophies, the false doctrine. Like a lot of people are falling snared and trapped under. Like Islam, Christianity, etc. They don't have the true understanding, so they following after this foolish woman. But I'm gonna start back over. It said Proverbs 9 and verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. For she sitteth at the door of her house on a seat in the high places of the city, to call passengers who go right on their way. And people go in and wipe their whore. Who is simple, let him turn in hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. And you can liken that to committing adultery as well. People think it's so sweet, they think they're getting away with it. But like it says in I believe Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 23 and the 19th verse, that the eyes of the Lord is 10,000 times brighter than the sun. The Lord sees everything, whether you do it in the dark, the closet, etc. Nothing can be hid from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But I'm going to continue on. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. So, you following after these false doctrines and worshiping these idols is ultimately going to lead to your destruction. And wife and whores, ultimately spending too much time, like I said, dealing with these whores will lead to your destruction as well. But like it says in Proverbs 14 and 12, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And I brought that out because, like it said in the 18th verse, but he knoweth that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. But I'm gonna go from there to James chapter 4. Because we ultimately understand the elect is going to be in this world to do the work, but the Lord is going to keep us from the evil. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. That's why it says the angels of the Lord encamp around those that fear him. We're not going to be, basically seduced by this whore. But I'm going to go from there to James chapter 4 and verse 4. It reads, ye adulterers and adulteress, because this is a sinful and adulterous generation. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So if you wifing that whore, you're an enemy towards Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's plain and simple. Like I said, if you love America, you're ultimately wifing the whore, and that includes men and the women. But I'm going to go from there to Revelation chapter 18. And I'm going to start at verse 3. It reads, for all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. See, because a lot of them other countries have made a lot of money from America. As you can see, everything says made in China, etc. People in America spend a lot of money, especially these women. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come up out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not her plagues. And that's going to be the elect. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Because America, these devils are proud. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. And that's going to be them nuclear missiles that shot over here. That lake of fire, that's the lake of fire. It's not a place that you burn in hell forever like they teach in Christianity. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Because America is going to be completely desolate, a desert land. Standing afar off, the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And it's only going to take Yahweh Shem Yahushua 1 hour to judge this place. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Because that's what like they said, they make a lot of money off America. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls and fine linen and purple and silk, scarlet and thine wood, and all manner vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood and brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointment and frankincense and wine and oil, fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. And the fruits of that thy soul lusteth after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. Because they was making money off this whore. That's why a lot of people in this kingdom in America, they love this whore. And saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster and all companies and ship and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour she made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua have avenged you on her. And that's what we're waiting for, the hopeful elect. Because we understand that we're going to have a greater reward on the other end. And that mighty angel took up the stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus the violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all. And through the Spirit, the camp that I'm in is Great Millstone. Our elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down has been teaching us this truth for decades. The 100% truth for salvation. And the voice of harpers and musicians, of pipers and trumpets shall be heard no more at all in thee, and no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee, and the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee, and the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee, for thy merchants were the great men of the earth. By the sorceries were all nations deceived. And that's what these devils do. And that's what these devils going to try to do. Deceive everyone to take that mark of the beast that's written in Revelation 13 and 16. That RFID microchip. That the scriptures clearly say if you take it, you're going to be destroyed. But like I said, that's only for the Lord's people. Because the Lord doesn't care about the heathen. But the elect is going to have a spirit on them to not take it, whether it be unto death or not. But I'm going to continue on. And in her was found the blood of the prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. But, I mean, you get the point. Like I said, the point is that if you love America, ultimately you wifing a whore. But that's all I got. Call Elohim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well with truth and sincerity, and salutations to the elect. Shalom.